Hello. So happy to be here with you guys today. I am so excited about what I have to share with you um, because, it's something that we all struggle with and that we all may need a little bit of encouragement, a little bit of help with. So I'm so excited about sharing with you today about passion and purpose and the pursuit of that. So many of us are doing our due diligence, and we're going to work every day and we feel like, why isn't anything changing? Why does it get better? And we cry out and we say, oh God, help me with this, help me with this. And, unfortunately, I think what happens is we don't stop to take focus. And so when you're trying to figure out what happened in a situation, you got to go back and peel back the layers as to how did we get here? How did we end up with this result? So we'll dive more into that later in the video. But right now, what I want to talk to you about is the main component, the main topic of this video, and that's passion and purpose. Okay, passion and purpose. What is that you say? Okay, so we know your purpose is basically the reason for why you do something, or why something is needed. Fair enough. But also your passion is uncontrollable desire for something. It's something that, just, stirs away at you and makes you really just want to pursue it, right? So these are the things that create super successful outcomes, right? So if you want to be successful in whatever you're doing, you've got to figure out, first of all, why you're doing it, okay? And then you've also got to figure out, okay, how does that add to me? What does that feel like? How does it make me feel? Am I passionate about it? Do I really want it? Because if you don't really, really want it, if you only kind of want it, you're not going to really get there. Okay. Let's just be honest. You're not going to get to the level that you are envisioning in your mind. You have to really want it. You have to be passionate about it. Okay. So, just to give an example, as I was speaking about when we first started speaking, here is that you may be going to work every day and you're putting in the hours, you're putting in extra hours, and you just feel like it's just not getting any better. It's just not changing. It's not moving toward a direction that provides fulfillment for you. Yeah, you may get a paycheck every 2 weeks, month, whatever, however your pay period goes, but you are still struggling, right? Okay? I mean, you can come home so utterly and mentally exhausted, which creates physical exhaustion. And it's actually worse, mental fatigue. It just drains you. It sucks the life out of you. And if you have no energy after you've worked your main job, which I hate the word job, so I'm going to basically break that down in just a moment. But you go to your place of work and you do what you have agreed to do, and you want to pursue things after work. You want to maximize the time after work or before work, but you can't because you're physically exhausted. You cannot even focus to get the urge to get up a little earlier, or to stay up a little later, or work on it past dinner, because you're so tired mentally. How can you be in a creative state if you're mentally exhausted? Your mind cannot truly develop anything. So with that said, when I talked about, a job being kind of a negative thing for me, I don't like to refer to it that way, because a job sounds like a chore to me. And I don't want to do, a lot of people, really don't like chores. Let's be real. But, I don't want the bulk of my time feeling like a chore. I want the bulk of my time and energy feeling like something I'm passionate about, something that I enjoy. And even when I have to work a little harder at it, to study more, to learn more about a certain component of being successful at it, it doesn't feel like a chore because I'm excited. I'm excited, and all I want to do is learn more, and I don't want to get away from it, And of course, we don't want you to overdo it. We want work-life balance. We want you to have good time management, which we'll talk about that later. But basically, what you want to do is you want to be in a place where you're thriving. And if you're in a place that drains you, it's just like Langston Hughes said, that dream deferred, it just shrivels up like a raisin, basically. Okay? So to get to more of the meat and potatoes of things, how do I find my purpose? How do I find my passion? Well, I'm glad you asked. Basically, you have to ask yourself some questions. You have to do a self-assessment of you, okay? Because this is about you. It's not about who's telling you you can't do it. It's not about you thinking you can't do it. Well, it is kind of, sort of, but basically, it's about you. It's about what you feel and what you're thinking about and what you want. And so let's talk about assessing yourself to find your purpose and passion. How do I know that I found my passion and my purpose? Well, one way you know is it gives you joy. It excites you. It makes you feel that wonderful feeling you want to feel. Basically, when you feel passion, a lot of times, we really don't do the things that make ourselves feel good, right? Or we do, but we overindulge. And, there's a difference between that indulgence and when it's not productive, okay? Think of it this way. There's two concepts I want to give you: consumption and creation, okay? You can, feel good binging on TV shows and sitting on the couch and eating whatever you want to eat that makes you feel good. You can feel good doing that, but is that adding anything to your bottom line? Is it getting you any closer to your goals? No, it's actually setting you back, right? Because what's the byproduct of that most of the time? We gain weight, we get, more and more lethargic, we don't have the energy that we want, and there's a downward spiral there. So pull yourself off of that, and let's go in the other direction. If you're doing something that makes you feel good, that is generated by something you created, right? Something you're pursuing, then do more of that and cut back on the other things. If you got to watch something, figure out what kind of educational material. And there is a plethora, just a explosion of digital education out there. And we're going to be actually providing some additional information on that. But basically, there is so much to learn. Don't allow your mind to atrophy, right? Allow your mind to grow and cultivate your dreams, because they can become a reality. But you have to do the work. Now, listen, work is not a negative word. I said job was, but work is actually a good thing, because anything you want to be successful at, you got to work at it. If you're not the greatest cook, right? Keep working at it. Watch a cooking show. Right? And get ideas. You know what you like. You know what you enjoy. You can do it. You can make something just as delicious as anybody else. But if you don't practice it, you won't. You'll continue to, be in the same place with that particular situation. It's the same with your life, right? If you don't work towards moving off of that hamster wheel and moving towards your dreams and your goals, you're going to look up and it's going to be next year again, 2021, 2022, and so on and so forth. Listen, 2020 has already been probably one of the most impactful, years of my lifetime that I can think of. I mean, there have been a lot of events that have happened, but this whole pandemic and all of that has really altered. It's a paradigm shift. It has really altered the way we operate on a daily basis. We're walking around with masks now. That wasn't something that I don't think anybody could have even foreseen coming their way as a way of life, but it is at this point in time. So, we adapt as changes occur, but that doesn't mean that we stop living. We do not have to stop living. It is not over. As long as God is breathing breath in your body, okay, you have the opportunity to do whatever it is that He has impassioned you to do or given you to do. And all you got to do is seek that out. Seek and you shall find. And so again, if it's education, we have a beautiful thing called Google. Okay, and Bing and whoever else, and they're not paying me any money for that. Okay, but the bottom line is you can get on there and you can search. You can even search YouTube. Okay, YouTube is one of the biggest search engines, in partnership with Google because they're owned by the same. But, the bottom line is you can look this information up and find out, what are some of the best, if your lifestyle requires you to do online courses, okay, then search online courses, but first you got to know what you're looking for. What are you going towards? What is it that you want to learn? Do you want to learn business? Do you want to, do something in the medical field? What do you want to do? Do you want to go to culinary school? What do you want to do? You can do it, okay? And so I'm just trying to impassion you and generate that passion in you because it's there already, right? But you just have to tap into it. And once you tap into it, there is such a freedom and it lifts the heaviness because now you can see your way. When you're bogged down and you feel like you can't get off that can't get out of whatever you're stuck in or whatever you perceive yourself to be stuck in, then you're going to feel suffocated. I felt that on so many occasions. And it wasn't until I made a decision, and that is key as well. You have to decide that you want to know what your passion and purpose is. And once you decide that, then you can go for it. That's all I have for you right now, but I can't wait to talk to you later and keep on remixing. Remixology. God bless you.